Port Humps. Present. Oh! Forward, up. Right shoulder, right. Center, face. Forward, forward.
Please be seated. During your time at KLETC, you have all walked past the Wall of Honor numerous times. The Wall of Honor was designed as a reminder of those KLETC graduates who have died in the line of duty. The names and photos of the 28 individuals memorialized preserve their memories and give family and friends and law enforcement officers the opportunity to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their citizens of Kansas. At this time, please join with me in observing a moment of silence to honor those 28 KLETC graduates who are no longer with us. Thank you. Members of the 335th, it's just by luck of the draw that I was assigned to as your class coordinator over the last 15 weeks, 17 if you count the holidays that we got to go through. When I was first assigned to this class, I had no idea just how much of an education I was going to get, right along with you. From the first day I met each of you in classroom 1 to today, I've been your greatest supporter and your most adamant cheerleader. Today, we gather here to celebrate a remarkable achievement, the culmination of months of rigorous training, dedication, and unwavering commitment to a higher calling. As you stand at the precipice of a new beginning, I want to draw your attention to the symbol that holds profound significance for each one of us, the badge. The badge you wear on your chest is not just a piece of metal. It represents the culmination of your dreams, the embodiment of your unwavered determination, and the promise of service to the community. It is a privilege bestowed upon you, a trust placed in your hands, and a responsibility that you must carry with the utmost priority. A badge is not a symbol of power or authority, but rather a symbol of trust. It is a beacon of hope for those in need, a symbol of safety for those in fear, and a source of comfort for those who have lost their way. It is a reminder that you are the guardians of our society, the protectors of the vulnerable, and the champions of justice. With your badge comes the power to make a difference. Remember that power should never be wielded recklessly or without thought. It should be a force for good, a tool to bring about positive change, and a means to build bridges of trust between the police and the communities you serve. As you step into your roles of law enforcement officers, always keep in mind the words of Sir Robert Peel, who is known as the father of modern policing. The police are the public, and the public are the police. Your badge does not separate you from society. It connects you to it. Be approachable, compassionate, empathetic in your interactions. Build relationships within the community you serve, for it is these relationships that will help you maintain the peace and keep our streets safe. In your journey as officers, you will face challenges and uncertainties. But remember, your badge is a reminder that you are never alone. You are part of a noble professional association, a family of officers who have sworn to serve and protect. Lean on each other for support and guidance and strength. In closing, I want to congratulate each one of you for earning the privilege to wear that badge on your chest. It's a symbol of honor, duty, and sacrifice. As you go forth from this academy, carry it proudly, but always carry it with humility. Let it remind you of the trust that the public has placed in you, and the responsibility that you bear, and the difference you will make in the lives of others. May your careers be filled with courage, compassion, and a commitment to justice. May your badges shine like beacons of hope in our communities, and may you always uphold the highest standards of integrity and honor. The badge is yours. You've earned it. On behalf of the KLETC administration and staff, congratulations on completing basic training. Thank you, and may you stay safe in your honorable service to our society. I would like now to introduce you to today's speaker, Chief Patrick Kitchens from the Leavenworth Police Department. Chief Kitchens is a proud Army brat, as he says. He was born at the Martin Army Hospital on Fort Benning, now known as Fort Moore, Georgia. He arrived in Leavenworth at the age of 7 when his father was transferred to Fort Leavenworth and assigned as the Command Sergeant Major of the United States Disciplinary Barracks. His father retired in 1980 after 30 years, and the Kitchens family remained in Leavenworth. Chief Kitchens attended MacArthur Elementary and Leavenworth Public Schools, graduating from Leavenworth High School in 1987. He received a bachelor's degree from Park University and a master's degree from the University of St. Mary. Chief Kitchens is also a graduate of the FBI National Academy. Chief Kitchens joined the Leavenworth Police Department in 1990 and served as a patrol officer, a detective, a lieutenant, a major, and as chief of police for the last 15 years. He is married to Jessica and has 2 kids, Jack and Josie. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Pat Kitchens.
Thank you very much. Class 335, you did it. On behalf of your chief, your sheriff, or your director, on behalf of the families that have joined you today, and the citizens that you are about to serve, we extend you our congratulations. Graduating the police academy is hard. It takes commitment, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice. You've been out here for a while. Congratulations, we're all proud of you. Great job. My comments today, I hope, are designed to reiterate some of the things that you've learned in this police academy. So I've been at it for a little while now, a little over 34 years. And in that time, I've developed a few rules that I'd like to offer you that have helped me along the way. I'm going to give you one piece of advice. And then finally, I'll close with something I like to call your first lesson of law enforcement physics. Okay? Those rules are this. Rule number 1, come to work every day. That's important. There's a difference between 5 cops and 4 cops on duty, or 6 deputies and 5 deputies on duty. That means something. That one day that you're there when you're supposed to be can be the difference between saving a life, solving a crime, preventing a crime, helping a little old lady cross the street, whatever it is. If you're at work every day, that's important. If you're not here, someone else has to take your shift for you. They have to write your reports. They'll be thrilled about that, trust me, okay? Come to work every single day. Now, if you're sick and you have the flu, stay home. Don't come infect everybody. But if you got a boo-boo on your elbow, rub some dirt on it. Shake it off. Come to work. We need you. Your communities need you. Okay? Rule number 2, do your job. Now, your chief or sheriff or director did not send you to the metropolis of Yoder, Kansas over the last 14 weeks for you to learn all this stuff and come back and drive around and waste some gas. They sent you here to learn all that stuff because it's important. It's time to go back and apply it. Okay? It's showtime. Go back and arrest some people. Write some tickets. That stuff is important. Okay? It means something. All right? Do your job when you're at work every day. Number 3, tell the truth about everything. Doesn't matter what it is. You tell the truth. That's the difference between good guys and bad guys, is telling the truth. Someday, soon, you're going to be sitting in a courtroom, and you're going to be sitting in the witness stand, and there's going to be a judge and a jury and a prosecutor and a defense attorney. And there can be no doubt at all what you say on the stand is the truth. Because what you say can take away someone's liberty. The most important thing when we have in this country is our freedom and our liberty. What you say can take that away from them. In spite of what you have seen or heard all these many, many days and years, the largest majority of people in this country still support you, still respect you, and still want you and need you out there to do your job. But you have to tell the truth. Even if you make a mistake, that's okay. You're not robots. You don't have to be perfect, okay? And even if your chief or sheriff has to whack you upside the head once in a while to remind you not to make that mistake again, that's okay. We all make mistakes. We tell the truth every day about everything. Rule number 4, be safe. This job is dangerous, okay? What you do is dangerous. So when you are making decisions about risk, what I want you to do is make those decisions, I want you to be calculated. What is the risk versus what is the reward? We don't chase people 100 miles an hour through people's front yards because somebody's license plate lamp is not illuminated or they ran a stop sign. That's dangerous. It's dangerous for you. It's dangerous for the guy you're chasing. But more importantly, it's dangerous for the person that's going to Walmart at 9 o'clock because they forgot to get dog food. We don't want them involved in that. If you're going to take risks, make them calculated ones. Risk versus the reward, because it's the chief or the sheriff that has to go tell somebody that's important to you, somebody in this audience, that you got hurt or killed. Now, that's our job. We don't want to do that. We want you safe, but if we have to, it has to be worth it, okay? There's a small segment of really, really dangerous people. Go get that guy. Don't come back without him, okay? But everything else, make calculated decisions, risk versus reward, all the time, because we want you to go home at night. And finally, be nice, okay? You know what I mean, okay? If we weren't in mixed company, I'd probably use some more direct words than that, but be nice, all right? Even to the worst of the worst, a child molester, a murderer, a rapist, you know they did it. Be decent, treat them decently. That's the difference between you and them. Okay, the way that you treat people. If you pull a guy over that's 50 years old, you can either give him the ticket or you can give him a lecture. But if you do both, that's not nice, okay? Be nice. That's important. Come to work. Do your job. Tell the truth. Be safe and be nice. Those 5 rules over my many years in this business have guided me, and I offer them to guide you. I think if you follow them, you're going to be just fine. And quite honestly, you're going to be successful. Okay? This piece now is a little bit of advice. Been at it for a long time. It's just advice. You can take it if you want to, but I would encourage you to think about it. You have to be mindful of who you are at all times from today forward. Now, tonight, you're going to go out and you're going to celebrate and have some dinner and sit down at a restaurant. I don't care if you have a beer. That's not illegal, okay? I don't care if you have an Instagram account or a social media account, okay? But what I offer to you is that there are people that do care about that. They do care about what you're doing. They're watching you, and their goal is nefarious. They're not looking out for your best interest. So if you're mindful of who you are at all times, you might not make a decision that takes what happens to you out of your hands and puts it in the hands of someone else, okay? Don't do that. Be mindful of who you are. You should be proud, okay? This is a great job. Just be mindful of who you are, all right? And in closing, I'm going to offer your first lesson in law enforcement physics, okay? It's kind of like gravity. You can't really explain it. You just know that it exists, all right? This particular one was invented by a snarly old sergeant named Roger Hunley. Been in the business for like 30 years. Seen all of it, dripping with wisdom, okay? Sometimes this job just ain't that hard, okay? It's not. On your first shift, if you go to a fight call at a trailer park or an apartment complex or something like that, and you get there and there's a guy that's upset, but that guy's wearing jean shorts and no shirt, that's the guy going to jail, man, okay? This job is not that hard. Don't make it hard, all right? Don't make it hard. Class 335, congratulations. We are all proud of you, and welcome to the greatest job in the world. Thank you very much.
Chief Kitchens, on behalf of the 335th Basic Training Class, please accept this gift as a thank you for taking time out of your day to share those wonderful thoughts that I truly enjoyed in today's. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
KLETC recognizes student officers who excel in all facets of the academy by awarding those who qualify with distinctions of graduating with honors. To be awarded this distinction is a substantial accomplishment. A student officer must achieve a total average on all written and performance examinations of 90% or higher, and a score of 90% or higher on the final written and final performance. Additionally, for an officer to be recognized with honors, the student officer must have achieved a successful completion of all skills testing, which would include firearms, standardized field sobriety testing, and emergency vehicle operations. They must have completed 100 miles walking or running outside of their normal routine and had no level 2 or higher correctional violations while they're here. Will the following law enforcement officers please stand to be recognized for your outstanding achievement of graduating with honors? Officer Jason Amos from the Great Bend Police Department. Deputy Martin DeWitt from Lyon County Sheriff's Office. Ranger Daniel Hendricks from the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks. And Officer Jacob Schnabel from the Hayes Police Department. Thank you for your work. You may be seated. At KLETC, we recognize student officers who have excelled in fitness throughout their basic training. Fitness being a key component of an officer's life, it helps them deal with daily stress that they may face and aids them in maintaining a healthier lifestyle, enabling them to better mitigate the dangers that they may encounter. During their time here at KLATC, all the members of the 335th were active and engaged in a fitness routine. 2 student officers met the goals of our 200-mile club and have successfully completed all KLATC graduation requirements. And so what I'm going to ask is that Officer Jacob Schnabel of the Hayes Police Department and Ranger Daniel Hendricks of the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks please step to the front. To be recognized as a member of the 200-mile club, the student officer must have completed 30 push-ups in a minute, 30 sit-ups in a minute, and run 1.5 miles in 18 minutes or less. Additionally, they must have self-reported walking or running over 200 miles outside of their normal activities. Both these law enforcement officers are being recognized for achieving that goal. Today, Ranger Hendricks is being recognized as the student who improved his fitness level the most while here at KLATC. Officer Schnabel is being recognized today for obtaining the most miles in the 335th class as a member of the 200-mile club. Thank you for your work, gentlemen. You may be seated. It is now time for the class president to deliver a few brief remarks on behalf of the graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, the 335th Basic Training Class President, Deputy Martin DeWitt of the Lyon County Sheriff's Office.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Deputy Martin DeWitt with the Lyon County Sheriff's Office, and on behalf of the 335th Basic Training Class at KLATC, it is my privilege to welcome honored guests, agency leaders, esteemed colleagues, family, and friends on this momentous occasion. 17 weeks ago, a group of total strangers met here together for the first time. They packed their bags, they said goodbye to their families, and they embarked upon a long journey, the journey to become certified law enforcement officers in the great state of Kansas. Now, the class graduating before you here today is nothing less than unique. We have amongst us a professional golfer, a rancher, a welder, former Army, Navy, and Marine Corps service members. We range in age from 21 to 50. We have come here from all different agencies, different experience levels, different lives outside of work, but we all share one thing in common. We all have a call to service, and that is the bond that unites us. It unites us as a class. It unites us with brothers and sisters who have gone before us. And it unites us with those whom we will return to serve beside. In our first week together, a senior instructor asked us a question. He asked, can one person really make a difference? Can one person really make a difference? And when this question was asked, there were a myriad of different answers as there were different students in the class. It was a somewhat philosophical question. Some looked at this question with realism, others with a sense of optimism, some with a sense of pessimism or maybe even cynicism. Can one person really make a difference? Well, as those who have been called to this service and who are graduating here today, there is a similar but different question that I will ask of us here today. That question is, can I make a difference? Can I make a difference? We started with it, we end with it here today. With every decision, every interaction, every conversation, every investigation, can I make a difference? It's a question that we must be able to answer in the same way. It's the question that we all answered the same way when we undertook this journey 17 weeks ago. We will be meeting people in the community on their very worst days. Those who are going through some of the hardest trials of their lives, and we've been called to meet them where they are at. To the victims, to the suspects, to the witnesses, to the citizens of our community, we have been called to be difference makers, to be those who bring light on the very darkest of days. We will have only so much control over the outcome of our cases. We cannot completely reverse the wrongs that have been done. To my fellow classmates, even though you will be tempted, do not become discouraged by this. There are many aspects of this job that will be simply out of our control. But what we do have control over is how we serve the community, how we interact with our brothers and sisters, and how we care for our families when we return home at the end of every shift. Class 335, with honor, with courage, integrity, and compassion, we have each been called to serve. You will make a difference. You will. And may each of you bring light into your communities. And may you walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called. Thank you, and God bless your service.
Deputy DeWitt, it is my pleasure, on behalf of the KLETC administration and staff, to present you with this plaque as an appreciation and recognition of you being the 335th Basic Training Class President. I hope you'll display it with honor. Congratulations. In law enforcement, ethics is at the forefront of training and our profession. The Law Enforcement Oath of Office affirmation is a constant reminder of the importance of always doing the right thing. This is something we've discussed in depth during your time here at KLETC. The ultimate purpose of law enforcement is public service. A law enforcement officer assumes a great responsibility when they affirm the oath of office. They have entered the position of being role models, leading by example, and they're enforcers of the law and protectors of our community. I'll now ask Class President, Deputy Martin DeWitt, to lead the 335th Basic Training Class in reciting the Law Enforcement Oath of Affirmation.
Class 335, please stand. Oh! On my honor!
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I'll always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I'll always uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, my community, and the agency I serve.
Go! Class 335, please sit.
Upon successful completion of your requirements here at KLETC, you will be presented with a challenge coin. A challenge coin is symbolic. and meaningful and given to someone as a reminder of what they have done or what they have confirmed membership in an organization. This coin will recognize you as a graduate of KLETC. This coin, I ask you to carry it with you as a reminder of the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here at KLETC. On the back of the coin is the oath that each one of you just affirmed moments ago. Carry it with you. Let it be a constant reminder to always do the right thing. Graduates, it's been my honor and distinct pleasure to be your class coordinator and a small part of your career. I wish you nothing but success and happiness in the future. Godspeed on your journey. I will now ask KLETC Associate Director of Basic Training, Mr. Alvin Sowers, to join me on stage to present the members of the 335th Basic Training class with their certificates. Class President, Deputy DeWitt, will announce their names.
Front row, please stand. Officer Jason Amos, Great Bend Police Department. Officer Rachel Barnes, Salina Police Department. Deputy Clark Bates, Finney County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Preston Carlson, Rush County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Bradley Davis, Dickinson County Sheriff's Office. Officer Phoebe Dobbs, Lansing Police Department. Officer Tanner Ford, Great Bend Police Department. Officer Daniel Alexander Georges, Garden City Police Department. Officer Ashley Gonzalez, Minneapolis Police Department. Front row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Second row, please stand. Officer Skylar Hall, Garden City Police Department. Ranger Daniel Hendricks, Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks. Officer Alex Holstead, Lansing Police Department. Officer Jordan Hunsicker, Hayes Police Department. Officer Camden Kennan, Great Bend Police Department. Deputy Thatcher Lackey, Douglas County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Timothy Nation, Gray County Sheriff's Office. Officer Ryan Knoll, Atchison Police Department. Second row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. Third row, please stand. Officer Lane Plowman, Leavenworth Police Department. Officer Nick Poggi, MTAA Police and Fire Department. Officer Jessica Sanders, Concordia Police Department. Officer Jacob Schnabel, Hayes Police Department. Officer Josiah Silva, Wamego Police Department. Officer Alexis Thomas, Lansing Police Department. Officer Alex Torres, Leavenworth Police Department. Deputy Victor Torres, Douglas County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Sawyer Zook, Douglas County Sheriff's Office.
And Deputy Martin DeWitt of the Lyon County Sheriff's Office. Third row, please return to your seats. Please be seated. We'd like to take a moment to thank all the folks that made the long trips to come see their family graduate. We appreciate that very much. And to the administrators and fellow department members that came as well. There's a slim chance left while it's still a little bit warm to go outside and get pictures around our campus. We have lots of photo ops for you and your graduates, as well as the one in the back of the room there. So please ask them to show you around and talk a little bit about their training. They'd be happy to share that with you. With a class 335, please stand. On behalf of Director Beck, I hereby certify that each of you has successfully completed the requirements to be law enforcement officers in the state of Kansas. And they've been waiting 17 weeks to hear the words class dismissed.